This is the Big Chillin Podcast.
Welcome back to the Big Chillin Podcast. We got a great show. Usher is here.
Yeah, we got Usher before our 60th episode.
Yeah.
And we'll be welcoming him about 45 minutes in.
It's like 59?
I believe it's 59, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's actually really cool.
It's pretty nuts.
We've done 59 of these. And
I
they're
can't
all
believe this.
over an hour and 20 minutes. A lot of the thing was I wanted to see if we could do that. Like, just talk for like an hour. Some of them are 2 hours. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, hard to upload, but pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, lately, hard to upload. Because YouTube does not want us to upload these for some reason.
No 2-hour podcasts.
Yeah, I had to shorten it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it finally worked. And then our triumph over that was captured on our last podcast because we were waiting for it to upload.
Yep.
And I think at the end of it did. We're like, yeah.
Like,
speaking of celebration.
Yeah.
People are doing a lot of that.
Yep. And what for?
Who knows?
Oh,
Everyone's got a birthday.
Yeah, people are just celebrating randomly.
Every day. Someone's birthday.
Yeah.
That's a reason for celebration.
Are people celebrating like a birthday
The
month?
end of COVID,
Yeah, it's over.
That's another thing people are celebrating.
Yeah, it's just out here, especially Florida. Yeah, Florida's
August,
open.
Somewhere. I don't know.
It's really cool.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
Booster shots. Everybody get your booster.
Yeah, boosters are coming out.
For the summer or something.
The boosters.
It's always
Summer
the thing.
boosters.
It's like summer's coming. Get your beach bod. Get your booster shot.
Beach pods and booster shots, everybody. Oh my
We
god.
got ours. There was a thing I saw. It was a nurse in Germany gave 8,600 saline shots instead of vaccines, like fake shots to people.
Yeah.
8,000.
Yeah, I don't know how a nurse
didn't even get vaccinated.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're mostly old too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, nurses.
A lot of them were old. No, I mean,
the Germans.
a lot of the people vaccinated.
Oh,
quote unquote.
like, a lot of Germans are old. I feel that.
Yeah,
feel that, bro.
Yeah, they're just old. They're just old. All of them, just so old. But
you ever seen a young German?
yeah, a couple times.
Oh, okay. Actually, I have too. Most of them, though, we can agree, are old.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, saline stuff. That's really awesome. Going in there, trusting your
apparently it was like
institution.
Enough to not be real bad. Let me read. Is there any like? Usually you don't want a bunch of saline in your blood.
Well, it's kind of
There's, like, a
harmless.
certain
I
amount.
think. Yeah.
There's like a certain amount. There's like a saline level that you gotta keep. I forget what it was. We learned that in biology. But between March and April this year at Rothhausen Immunization Center in Friesland, of course. It's probably Friesland. Northwest Germany. Today I had a sad duty to inform about 8,600 people who may have been affected. That it cannot be ruled out that they may have received a saline solution instead of their vaccination at their appointment.
Well, I
Peace
gotta
of
give it
mind,
to
we
you.
recommend that you get additional vaccination. But what if they did get vaccinated?
They'll there's
get
probably a
more.
way to test for that. Hopefully.
Oh, you're right.
Hopefully they don't just double up. You might as
They're
well
like,
just get two.
Might as well get it. Not gonna hurt.
All the conspiracy
It's only
people.
more of the good stuff.
Yeah. Just get a bunch of it. Just get more than one. More than one
Responsible
COVID
for the
shot.
preparation of vaccines and preparation of syringes during her hours in the vaccination center. Okay. These tights are stylish and ridiculously durable. Brought to you by SheerTex.
Wow, it's pretty cool. Thanks, SheerTex.
Local authorities. No, yeah, but she's
get some.
She was thrown in prison.
Yeah, I know. She
Forever.
should be. Forever, yeah. Forever.
And that was the end of that. So.
But she was actually already in prison because of the socialist healthcare thing they had. So I mean.
That's true.
Yeah.
She was already living in a prison every day.
Yeah, so.
According to a lot of people.
Yep.
Do you want to go? I have a lot of bean-related stories.
Well,
today.
that's good. Beans are always great. I've been farting a lot recently.
Dude, I was too. I think it was that broccoli, the Parmesan broccoli, Parmesan garlic broccoli or whatever.
Yeah, I mean that. Oh shit. But yeah, that stuff will.
Bring the
get
mic
you farting.
to your face.
Get
Yeah,
you
but
farting.
no, I don't really. I honestly don't fart that much.
No, it's weird. I've just been waking up. My typical morning routine recently. I don't know if
wake
you've
up
been
and
hearing,
fart.
but like, yeah, just literally wake up and just fart
That's
really
hilarious.
loud.
You know, I used to hear that,
Yeah.
but I sleep with my door kind of
Oh yeah,
either closed or
probably
like,
why.
I don't like cracked. You know, so just so the dog if they want to come in.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. You just wake up and fart.
yeah, it's the new thing.
Interesting. Is that reflecting of your diet?
Yeah, I mean, I've been drinking more, kombucha recently.
Oh, that could be it. You got a healthier gut
yeah,
biome.
maybe. Yeah,
You need to have gas like a little bit. We don't need to be gassy,
yeah.
I don't think, but we need like gases
Farting
so-
happens.
to like get stuff out. So people that are probably constipated or whatever, are they like either dehydrated or just like eating so well that they're not gassy, so they can't like poop?
I have no idea what's going on with them, man.
I guess also, yeah, that's a ridiculous point that I
It's
just
like
made.
water.
But,
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
don't know.
hilarious. I think I don't know.
this
They used to
podcast
be like,
is 4 ridiculous points, really.
oh yeah, I mean,
Working them out. Yeah.
working them out, ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, the more the more like, fiber and stuff you eat, the gassier. And the protein produces gases.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
so
Since
do
we're on
fermented
the
foods.
topic, I'll start with this one. There is a British village
yes,
that is on the hunt for a vandal who's just like
vandal.
people are getting beaned. You know,
Just beaning people
he's beaning people
with beans.
Yeah, he's just pouring cans of beans like onto their car, like all over this person's car.
Is that even vandalism?
I don't know, but it's what do you can't just like drive the car. You got to wash off all those beans.
Yeah, I mean, this must be like
Terrorism.
Jeez. Yeah.
Uh,
This must. I mean, there's nothing going. How did this even? What is this? Food and wine. Is the article?
this isn't food and wine. That's where I get my articles.
That's very fascinating. Get your weather from there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Here's a picture.
Would it really be?
That's not even that much beans.
Were they dried or is like a can of what kind of beans are those? Like navy beans or like
They look to be baked.
white beans? Oh, baked beans.
Yeah. And Vonnersh, where beans and other food have been poured onto. So it's not just beans. They're lying. Beans were just a highlight.
Wow.
Okay.
God, yeah, they know beans are popular, so the article's like,
They
oh
call
man,
it 101 instead of 911.
101.
What?
Yeah, it's not
What the
911 all over the world. I know. I was blown away too when I
Interesting.
figured that out. I was like, wait what?
I was reading this last
Yeah.
night, and it was like the police are the Waverly Police, and I was like, the Waverly Police.
The wizards are coming after me.
Yeah, Selena Gomez and her deputies are continuing to patrol the area.
Yeah, Phil the
We'll
future.
keep an eye out for anything suspicious. This is hilarious to me. They're just like
Yeah.
officers, maybe like with their guns drawn behind a corner,
don't
just
have guns.
waiting for someone to pull out a can of beans.
Yeah, Billy Club's out.
Yeah,
Just
Billy Club's not
Both
guns.
hands on the Billy Club. For some reason, it's like a 12-inch Billy Club, so you won't get much force from that. But yeah, it's basically all of the alleged Islamic craziness that's going on over there from conservatives. This is the worst thing apparently that they're worrying about right now.
Well, this
Police
is pretty bad.
a beaner.
That gives a new term,
New
new
term,
rise
yeah.
to the term.
That
But
would be
let's get to the
CNN.
real seamen.
No, semen? No. Let's get to the real semen. That'd be like a CNN thing. Their puns. That gives a new term to the word beaner.
And they'd
And
be
they
like,
get
what
fired.
does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, just
What
get
does
fired
beaner mean?
immediately.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Hilarious. They go
okay,
home,
so-
call their landscaper a beaner.
This was the real can of beans.
Wow.
Yeah. A
This,
man was rushed to the ER with beans in his peen.
So,
This obviously caught my attention. A lot of articles are clickbait, and I think they're funny.
Yeah.
But this one really caught my eye.
Yeah, I mean,
and it wasn't clickbait at all. There's a guy with beans in his peen.
yeah, they're probably like, how do we make this out to be not clickbait seeming?
Well, a 30-year-old in Michigan,
Michigan,
to
yeah.
the
yeah.
ER.
Mhm.
after he realized his beans were stuck. in
Oh
his
my God.
penis.
See, what happened, doctor, is
I slipped and fell
onto the beans
6 beans.
with my dick. Like,
Correct.
his dick, like,
They were
scooped
stacked
him
up.
up off the floor. Yeah, the beans were
The beans were stacked. I keep my
beans
beans.
were
I keep the
stacked.
beans stacked in my house. The beans were stacked against me.
I'm a professional, I'm a professional bean stacker.
My name is Jack, and my beans
Yeah.
stacked. What is that?
Got some beans in the stuck
Jack
in his
and the bean
stock
stack.
there. Yeah,
There's something there.
yeah. That's
Uh,
really funny. The doctor's like, all right, well, let's just get him out of your dick, I guess. What the fuck?
Let me click this. Apparently, the Daily Mail had the actual article.
So like he was like, "Oh, you see,
So-
doctor, I was storing my beans, and I guess my typical storage process of, I don't know, putting them in the pantry was thwarted by them going up my dick."
So I thought, why not? Yeah, you got it. So yeah, he was bored.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no.
I'm sure.
No, they said it was for sexual pleasure.
Of course it was.
He put
Beans?
6 kidney beans.
Those are
Those
fucking
are big beans,
huge.
dude. So
You don't want to start like a lentil or something?
yeah, maybe not a fucking kidney bean.
This is
so
one of the funniest.
he wanted to.
Oh my god.
What he wanted to do was put them up there,
Ah.
and then
Just
have
explain. This is so
an emission
Uh.
that was not pee.
Yeah.
He wanted.
Make white.
That's what he wanted to do.
That's what
he wanted
another
to jizz
term.
out
It's
these
not our.
beans.
Not
And
our term.
when his goal, when he was short of his goal of
Yes.
expelling the beans
Yes, and other human
out of
beings
his
seeds.
urethra,
Human seeds.
yeah, he tried to pluck them out using tweezers,
Cool.
and then
That's the best way
realized
to
that
go.
he had to go to the hospital
Because beans are not
because
a
he
good
could not
thing.
pee. He couldn't pee either, so
Oh.
he couldn't pee him out. I'd be
Ah.
concerned as well. Go right to the
Yeah,
hospital.
that's not the
And he said he's done this before. This isn't the first time with the beans. But he had never attempted to utilize this many beans. Those were his words. That was written by doctors in the Journal of Urology case reports.
He's never attempted to utilize this many beans.
So this is an act. That is a thing that happens.
Oh, imagine being the doctor is like, you know.
So the first bean was able to be extracted, but the rest of them had to be surgically removed.
They fucking dick open. No, they probably got that thing that
Either that thing, yeah.
dick scope or whatever.
They grabbed the dick scope and were able to get him out.
Grab the
But
thing.
surgically, I think one had to be taken out of the urethra. Here's the beans. See
No,
the beans.
they saved him.
They saved the beans.
Oh, some skin came off of those.
yeah, that's
so the
probably
bean skin?
gonna get infected.
Bean skins in his
15
wiener.
millimeters long and 7 millimeters wide. The urethra is not that big.
Yeah, we
Um,
know. Well, let's see.
It is now. Here's the X-ray.
The length is not that
There are the
impressive.
beans. Yeah, you know,
He had
He's gonna-
47
this-
beans in his dick.
it's like, please don't tell him how many. Don't tell him there were only
Put a
6.
ruler next to the beans, whatever you do.
How
He put
embarrassing.
beans in his dick, and it's small. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Still, a guy shoved potatoes up his dick.
The final bean made it into his bladder.
Oh man, I was about to say. Oh, that's a picture of the beans. Oh, they
This
stacked.
is a picture.
This is
Oh.
a bean stack. How did they?
So he was jacking his beans.
That's pretty cool. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Good article. We'll put that on there.
I won't. But
Yeah, don't do that.
I'll show the bean stack zoomed in here.
Here's a wiener hole.
Here's Can we even show that? Probably can't
Inside
show that.
of a guy's dick.
Dr.
show
Margot
it.
Dennis. Margot Dennis.
Marshall penis. Jesus Christ.
Putting the objects in your urethra has intrigued urologists for years. So they do
They
this.
all do it.
They do this a while.
So I can understand. I do it too. Got
I
beans in
don't
your
know
dick.
about that. I think intrigue them when the cases come in. Not that, maybe I should try this.
The doctor's like, got some beans in your dick, huh? Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go get some surgery. They banana split
I
him.
wish I didn't read this.
He had to cut his dick all wide
They
open.
were trying the day before, and then an operation was carried out the next day to remove the remaining 5 beans. They took them out by stretching the man's urethra open and inserting a tube to pass surgical tools through. What?
His dream has finally come true.
Yeah, this guy was having a great time, probably. Oh my god.
That's just one of the fucking weirdest things. Oh, you're grossed out. I'm laughing like a psycho. That's what
I was like, yeah, this should be the first thing we look at.
oh my god.
It'll just, show people what we're about. Are we about this? I don't know.
We are
We're not about
I'm
this.
laughing so hard. Oh, it's so hilarious. Oh man. Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, this is a podcast.
Yeah, it is. That's
This
what
is
we
a
look
place-
at,
This is a safe place.
We specialize in the
Um,
ridiculous. Like the
Specialized in the
A-team.
ridiculous.
Except for the
We'll be back next
B
week
team.
with legumes and
Just get a
I never know what
screenshot
it
of that bean
I'll put it up.
stack.
I'll put up the bean stack.
Is this an X-ray? What is this? What is this black shit that
This
we're looking
is
at?
a scan. Oh, here we go. Here's when I'll put it up.
Is that a bean inside of his wiener?
This is in the bladder.
Oh.
Um,
This is his torso. Okay, I should have known the
I
stomach
think-
right there. Or the
I
liver.
don't even know, dude. I don't know what we're looking at. There's another picture, and this is in the bulbar urethra area.
What does that mean?
I do not know.
The what?
Is this bulbar urethra? Is that the
Right
tip?
in the bulbar urethra. That's like a good thing to yell out a sports thing. Oh, right in the bulbar urethra. Oh shit.
And then the last picture was an ad, so you don't get to see
Nice.
that.
If we put ads over this. Imagine the ad company like, yeah, that's doing pretty good. What are we advertising over? Oh,
Bean peens.
Got bean beans. A guy who put beans in his wiener. Well, beans is such a weird thing because, you know, he must have tried many other things.
Probably, and then
God.
he figured, you know, these kidney beans are just perfect.
Yeah, he saw them. He's like, oh my God, they're great.
So people, this is the thing. We are
Weird.
an interesting species. This guy probably has a regular job.
Yeah, he's got.
He goes into
like
work
an
every day.
accountant.
He's
Yeah.
a functioning person
Yeah.
in whatever
His
that
taxes.
like the definition of that is. He does his taxes. He pays his rent. He's a member of society. Contributes to society.
Yeah.
Then at home likes to put beans
His dick.
in his dick. And then like,
Yeah.
should he not be able to do that?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a free
I don't think
country
anyone's
after all.
arguing that.
Yeah, how free of a country are we
I'm
in,
like
you
just
know?
inducing this for no reason and arguing with an imaginary argument.
Yeah. Beans for thought here.
Beans for thought.
Yeah. Penis beans for thought.
Beans for thought.
Oh man, it'd be a good title. Peen beans.
I think we can put that.
Yeah, peen beans. Just write that.
I think that's worth a shot.
I'll write that
If
down
that's
right
not the
now.
title, then they didn't let us put that. But
Yeah.
you know, we like to push boundaries on here, I guess.
Problem with cod.
God, is that a fish article? They said there was minimal trauma to the man's urethra, and the patient was discharged on the same day.
Of
So he's
course, man.
probably
He's been
okay.
shoving things up his dick for a long time. So I'll be fine, doc.
yeah.
Just get him out. Just send me home. He probably is friends with urologists.
Yeah, maybe this is a urologist.
Could be. Definitely urologists do this. Why are you trying to look at people's wieners? You know?
I don't know,
Just
right?
special. It's a good
why,
thing
why
they
would you specialize in
it.
that? You can't just be like, well, it's for business and it's just my area
It's a
of practice.
lucrative job.
You know, urethras interest me.
Just wound up doing that. I don't know. In college, couldn't decide which class.
Yeah. And then I took urology.
Yeah,
That was it.
pretty cool.
Not to shit on urology or piss on
Not
urology.
to shit on urology. That's proctology.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
All right, I went camping last week.
Yeah. How was that? That was cool. You explained
In
to me. It was
August.
really fun. It's kind of my cousin Vinny-ish, but you know, a little bit.
But and like the part with the
Yeah.
when they're out and they have the owls
Yeah.
and the noise and shit. There
Yeah.
was I just like the only thing was like, you know, it wasn't even hot. Like it was hot, but it wasn't even as hot or humid as I thought it was gonna be at night.
Yeah,
Because
for
we were-
Florida.
We had the screen on each side, kind of like a net on each side of the tent. And it's at a beautiful spring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's great. It's a great place.
It's
But
great.
the camping spots were a little close together.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we were and it rained earlier in the day. That probably cooled things off. I was able to get a fire going. Pretty proud. It was a small guy.
Small fire.
Yeah, but it warmed up the sausages and shit, and it was good.
That's
We had
good,
mac
yeah.
and cheese, sausage,
Mm.
and swam around in some very cold water. And then yeah, you know, it was cool. I didn't even get bit by that many mosquitoes, like none at the night.
That's pretty good.
And then the next morning I did,
Mm.
because we were walking around
Mm-hmm.
a little more, and it was cool. But it was just at one point, as like I don't know what time it is. It's very early in the morning, but maybe like 2 or whatever. There's something sniffing around behind my head, like in the tent,
Mhm.
like not in the tent, but like just outside the tent behind my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see that way, but on the like directly to the left of me is just the net.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking out because it's sniffing, but coming that way, coming
course.
around that side. And I was like, oh god,
Yeah.
just don't be big. Like that's
Yeah.
all I'm thinking. Like if it's a raccoon or a possum, I can handle
That's
that
cool.
for sure. But like whatever's coming around, don't be a person.
Yeah,
Some shit.
sniffing.
Don't be a fucking person or a bear. or whatever.
Yeah.
But and it was a possum, and I yelled like, "Bitch" or something, like "Get out of here, bitch" or some shit. I called it a bitch, and it left. It scurried away.
Well, it didn't play dead or anything.
No.
Wow.
It was like, clearly this is not what I need to do.
I think just play
I
dead.
think both
dude,
of
the
us
tent.
like just came face to face, and we're like, this isn't what we want.
Yeah.
Like, not what I planned for.
Oh man.
I think it smelled Oreos or chips that we had in the tent, which shouldn't have
Yeah.
been. Everything else was either thrown away in the bear-proof trash can,
Mm-hmm.
which is almost danger-proof. I tried
It's hard
a
to
couple
figure out.
times. Yeah, I eventually got in.
Mm.
Pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything else was in the car. So we thought, and then at one point, this is like 3 or 4. Like, well, actually, let's start the guy that was in the camping site to the right of us. I could hear him snoring,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounded like gross and loud and like, like a snore. And I think
nasty.
I could hear his wife as well, like, "Oh yeah, you're snoring," or like waking him up a couple of times, and then
Oh my god.
waking him up, he starts snoring again, and then it's just like, I think he stopped at some point, but like there's a cacophony of him snoring. All the bugs were cool, like I didn't mind. That was like white noise.
Yeah.
And like there was
White
an owl
noise.
earlier in the night. White boys.
Hilarious.
Those were white boys.
My bad. The fuck.
But then I thought I heard a hog. And it was like grunting, like
Yeah.
the 3 in a row. They're like literal, like very loud and getting closer,
like snorting or whatever.
and like things snapping.
Mm.
Not like super close to us, but getting closer at like the camp, like then at like the campsite across from us, which nobody was there,
Yeah.
but it had a light. And I looked out of the thing, like I could kind of see you over there, and like I thought I saw something. I definitely saw something walk in front of the light. It was long,
Mm.
and I thought it was like a long pig, like a wild hog.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, shit, that could be that. And then we were both up, me and Audrey, and we were like, it's probably the chip bag that we have in here.
Yeah.
It's in a Publix bag
Hilarious.
and stuff as well.
Yeah.
The original plan was I was just going to put that in the car. I was going to get out of the tent, put that in the car, then get back in the tent.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why don't we just get in the car? Like that came to be.
Yeah.
That
Hilarious.
plan to get in the car at that point and just sleep either the rest of the night or just a little bit in there to see.
Yeah.
Because if we got in the car and then saw a hog, probably wouldn't have gotten back out.
No.
But like we got in the car, I didn't see anything, but thought I did earlier, and like then we're in the car and we're just like, it's pretty quiet in here,
Mm-hmm.
and like not hot at all.
Yeah. Might as well stay.
Without the car even being on.
Wow.
Comfier, probably. My air thing kept deflating.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little rocky
Mm.
on the ground. But yeah, no, the rest of the night was cool.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a successful camping trip. That's how they usually go, you know. In Florida, there's
Yeah. In August.
there's creatures.
Yeah.
There's creatures out there, you know. And I think if I took a bong rip right before, I probably would have been asleep.
Yeah. I probably would have been fine.
but yeah, that was the camping trip. We should go back, you know.
Yeah. When it's cooler out, we should go back. Or
Yeah,
like-
fall's probably better for camping. You know?
Yeah, and I bring a cot probably instead of like actually using a bed. If we're gonna go with like a car and shit, just like right
yeah,
there.
if we're doing that, we'll figure out
A cot
another place
or a
to
hammock.
do that. There's other springs, I guess, where you can camp, like on an area where there's water around you.
Nice.
too.
Yeah, a little farther away from
Um,
people.
Yeah. So do something like that.
Yeah.
But
That's probably good.
it was very cool. But and I thought, and I was like, if it's a bear, I'm not taking a chance. If it's a hog, it's probably not wise to take a chance either.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? Why would I do that?
Yeah, pigs are real. You know, they'll mess you up.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they'll gore you with their.
That's what I was thinking. Because
Yeah.
like, everyone I talked to, I was like, is it unreasonable to not want to be exposed to a wild boar?
I would say it's definitely safer than being exposed to a bear, obviously,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's gonna most likely leave you alone because they're not naturally aggressive or like any. I mean, they're probably territorial. Maybe I don't know. They roam around so much. They
Yeah.
don't really have a territory.
true.
Maybe I don't know. They just. I'm not really sure on this. I'm not sure exactly. No, take this advice, but I don't think they're super aggressive as long as you
This is
leave them
100%
alone.
true. And just
Yeah, this is
know
boar
whenever you
truth.
go.
boar truth. But you want to talk about the wild boar problem real quick and how
Yeah.
hilarious it is,
Yeah. Kinda.
and how it's been a problem since like we were kids, and like we've talked to at least I have. I mean, I don't know when that one time long ago we were at a dad's friend's house, and this guy who I guess he knew
Continue.
had like the hog hunting dogs, whatever they are, some
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of, was it the blue tick hound or something like that, or
Blue
some
tick
sort of, like a
hounds
pit
and,
bull, a red nosed pit bull, I don't know. But one of the dogs, as they were, I guess, delivering some wild hogs that they caught to us. I
Wait,
was
they
like,
delivered the hogs.
yeah,
Oh, you remember when those pigs came? To the
yeah. When I was
property?
like, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
we were like,
I remember.
10.
I kind of remember that now, but I remember.
11.
I remember our neighbors. Yeah, they had the wild pigs delivered.
yeah,
And kept them
and
in a pen and stuff, and ate those.
yeah, it was weird. I mean, that was pretty good,
Yeah.
gamey. But like, yeah, the one of the dogs had a reasonably sized gash, like way deep, and you could see like muscle and shit, like right on its like chest area. I don't know where the clavicle would be on a human, but
I don't remember that.
In
But I
that area.
assumed that like that would happen while your dogs are hunting a wild animal.
yeah,
So I don't know how you could have that. Could be like the house dog that you live with and love, and like
yeah,
you're like, all right, let's go hunt a pig.
pretty
You
much.
might die today,
Yeah, let's go and not.
but we're
try
prepared
not
for
to
that. And
die.
I'm gonna drive you there, and everything.
Yeah,
And then let you loose, not knowing what's out there. You remember that video of the wolf, that giant wolf in the woods, and like it's like running after someone's dog.
oh yeah, did
And
we
then it,
show
like,
that on
gets
here?
up.
Did we watch it?
I don't even know.
It's
I
huge.
don't know if we did. We probably did, but it's like the biggest thing I've ever seen. And it may
Yeah.
have been. And people were like, "No, that's a wild boar or some shit." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Are they that agile and fast? That looks like a giant German Shepherd." That's blind."
Yeah, it was like a big black wolf, and it was so much larger than like the golden retriever that was barking at it.
Yeah.
It was crazily huge. I mean, I
You
can't
don't even
believe
know what
the
to do.
size.
In that situation, you just gotta accept it. Like, oh my god, that's like, the dog is not gonna be able
Yeah,
to get away from that.
it's like a 200-pound wolf or something. I mean, I don't even know how.
That was like a dire wolf.
Yeah, the size. It must have been a dire wolf, but the size of wolves compared to regular domesticated dogs was pretty ridiculous.
This is a
Pretty hilarious.
bear video, and I wish. I mean, if it. This is how you want it to go, I guess.
Yeah, so this guy thinks he's just gonna scare the bear away. What? Oh my God! Look at its eyes.
It's a big one.
Hey, bro, get it and go. Grab it
First
and
guy
go.
running Jack Daniels.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Okay.
That's a brown bear too.
Why are they able to
Oh
just
my God!
interact with it like this?
Right. This bear is fucking crazy. Dude,
You guys are crazy.
Sorry.
What?
Is that the video?
That's the whole video. Like, how does that happen?
Wow.
And like, you're okay with? Look at the eyes in the background.
I know. It's
I
just
didn't even
horrible.
see that at first, but
Is it Jack Daniels or Sonny's? Johnny's? I don't know what the fuck they're.
it's Sonny's, but not spelled the way that.
Yeah.
Maybe it is Johnny's. I don't know, but
I have no idea.
a little blurry. I'll press play in a minute. But you see a bear eating your food at a picnic table, especially
grizzly.
a grizzly bear or like a brown bear. They'll just go up to it with a chair and be like, "Get away! That's our sandwiches."
Yeah, you have a children's stool, little thing for your, or like a bar stool, and you're like, hey, get out of here, Mr. 1,200-pound, 11-foot tall
It's like, what?
predator that can just destroy me in 2 seconds.
It was about to just go around that way, but like, you remembered the sandwich, I think.
He's holding it with is it a tonic? Are you gonna pour tonic on it?
Hey, bro,
What is
Hey, bro.
It's a twisted tea.
get it and go. Grab it and go. Come on, that's enough. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Look how
He's like-
unthreatened the bear
Oh my
is. He's
God.
like, nah, I think I'm gonna
Hey,
keep eating
come on,
this
get it.
burger, man.
Go get it.
I think he just feels.
All right. This bear is
embarrassed.
fucking crazy.
This bear's crazy.
He grabs the sandwich and left.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's as good as it can go with a bear.
Yeah, yeah. I
It
mean, more
doesn't
like,
care
the
about
more
humans.
habitat destruction happens, they'll there will be a lot more videos like this. So I'm looking forward to
You
it.
think?
You know. Oh yeah. I mean, bears are gonna have to. Like, we already have a bear around here, like a black
Yeah, I heard
bear
about
apparently.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not too concerned about black bears. I feel like I could
No.
kick one.
Yeah, I mean, they're still huge. They get like 800 pounds or
Do they
something.
really?
Oh yeah, they're still
They're
pretty
just running
gigantic.
around and we accept that.
Yeah, they can climb trees.
God.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
I carry around a sword everywhere I go.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I mean, they'll just be coming down into the more urban environments and suburban environments, like as they, have less and less habitat to go to or whatever. So, Hopefully, you know, you don't have to carry bear spray while walking your dog soon, but maybe you should.
If you're walking your dog in Alaska, you should be already.
Oh my God, you carry a gun
Yeah,
and bear
gator
spray.
spray. Because like people
Gator
in Florida
spray.
have to worry about that. Like walking your dog and it gets snatched up.
Would a
an
gator
alligator.
care about mace? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if their eyes like, give a shit.
Yeah, they just like smell you and sense you in so many other ways.
Yeah. Their
Yeah.
teeth are immune.
Yeah, but oh my God, that's a nasty.
What I just didn't want was it to be something like this. Like here, let me just pull up.
Yeah,
this
this is a terrifying one too. This guy,
security footage.
what is even going on here? This is on security, unless of course this is like, you know, staged and he's friends with the security guard
Hopefully
guy.
not. I mean, I hope. Hopefully it is almost.
Yeah.
Because if there's a person that could run this fast, well, they're doing it either way. It's a person on all fours.
And he's naked.
That's the worst part.
Naked guy running on
Well, the
all
all
fours.
fours running is the worst part, but he's naked. That's definitely contributing.
I
don't like the
That's
hands there.
nasty.
What is that?
Ew. He's trying to wider stance.
What is that?
Ew, that's disgusting. Why is
Drugs or
Probably.
comes out of a sewer?
Ah.
Like
That was fast.
that was
fast.
very
That last
fast.
part.
Wanna see that again.
Paranormal. Is this a guy who's possessed by the ghost of Adolf Hitler?
I fucking hope
Or
not.
is it Mussolini? Or whatever.
Are they running on all fours?
Yeah, on steroids and cocaine after Morel gives him a bunch.
He did do that.
Yeah. What a cool doctor.
Yeah, what a meanie head.
Yeah. We go imagine like going to your doctor and being like, "Oh man, I got this pain. What do you think Hitler's doctor would?" Like, I don't know. If
Pain,
that's,
huh?
You know.
We have cocaine,
Yes. And
heroin,
steroids. So we'll mix some. of that.
steroid. We could just give you all of those.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
It should be cool. Is that great?
Yeah. All right. We'll set you up.
That's a work.
Here's a gallon of each.
Yeah. Take 2 gallons of this and call us in the morning.
I'm talking about this.
That's prank call. Science news.
Science news on the Big Chillin' podcast. Wee-woo.
Wee-woo. Science.
Science. Scientists grew stem cell mini brains.
Yes.
Then sort of. The brains sort of develop eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. let's open this up here.
Pretty cool.
Michelle Starr wrote
Fake
this
name.
article. Fake name. Mini brains grown in a lab from stem cells spontaneously develop rudimentary eye structures. Scientists report in a fascinating new paper. I bet Anton Petrov would be on this. He
Yeah.
usually does space shit though.
Yeah, it's Earth shit.
On tiny human-derived brain organoids grown in dishes, 2 symmetrical optic cups were seen to grow, mirroring the development of eye structures in human embryos, and also like through the same amount of time or whatever as it takes a human embryo to grow eyes.
That is fascinating.
So yeah,
So yeah, they're
Um,
now developing with even with the stifling of stem cell research that's gone on. They're still able to develop these. They're still able to make
Kinda
these
cool.
amazing advances and breakthroughs and like.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but they
Yeah.
all right. They say here, interesting. J. Gopalakrishnan,
Nice.
neuroscientist.
A lot of Indian
Dusseldorf.
guys named Jay.
Yeah,
Pretty weird.
it's pretty cool.
Jay Chandrasekhar.
J.
Goshnapakasna,
yeah,
whatever this guy
this guy.
is. I can't read the name from here.
Our work highlights the remarkable ability of brain organoids to generate primitive sensory structures that are light sensitive and harbor cell types similar to those found in the body. They can help to study brain-eye interactions during embryo development and help other disorders and transplant therapies. But
Yeah, hopefully none of the
they're not
brains
true
come
brains.
alive.
They're not like
It's not a true brain.
they're saying they're not like an actual brain that they grew, which
Yeah,
is what the headline seems to want people to think.
As usual.
Sort of brains, kind of grew eyes.
Sort of brains a
um,
little bit.
Small three-dimensional structures grown from induced pluripotent stem cells, which are cells harvested from adult humans and reverse engineered into stem cells that have the potential to grow into many types of tissue.
Wow. So you don't even need to literally use umbilical stem cells
Maybe not.
anymore. That's hilarious.
In this case, these stem cells are coaxed to grow into blobs of brain tissue without anything resembling thoughts, emotions, or consciousness. See, how do
why'd
we
they
know
put
that?
that in there?
How do we know that?
Sounds like they're developing thoughts, emotions, and consciousness. What
Such
if they
many
did?
brains are used for research purposes, where using actual living brains would be impossible, or at the very least ethically tricky.
Mhm.
Testing drug responses. So we'll grow our own.
We'll grow
That's not
brains.
ethically tricky. For example, observing cell development under certain adverse conditions. Why is
Wonder when-
consciousness a link? I'm going to click that.
Wonder when they're gonna grow a human. The first human ever grown.
Well, like, didn't Alex Jones talk about, and people always do this, like, whenever an
Yeah.
ad, or like an ad, but an article comes out about something sciencey
Yep.
that they don't understand, they're like, Alex Jones predicted this
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Alex Jones.
But he
It's-
did talk about human-pig hybrids or whatever that are.
Yeah, he didn't talk about people growing brains at all. It's always never exactly what he said, but they're like, Alex Jones talked about this too, and Duncan and Hines has great cake, so buy some on Amazon.
Yes, baking made easy.
Duncan and Hines.
In
Everyone
previous
called
research,
Super
other
Moist.
scientists had used these to grow optic cups
Optic
during
cups.
embryonic development. Other research had developed optic cups-like structures from these cells. Interesting. So they don't use the embryonic ones as much.
Nope.
Rather than
stopped
grow
at
these
that a while ago.
structures directly, they want to see if they can be grown as an integrated part of brain organoids. To add benefit of two structures, or two types of tissues that can grow together, rather than growing them in isolation. So just like one eye and another.
Very cool.
That's
And
cool.
I think they moved from embryonic to umbilical stem cells or whatever in was it Panama or Colombia or something like that? And now they're using just regular adult human stem cells. So there's no reason now to argue against it. Because before it was like, oh my God, what about the babies that we care about until they're born? What about all them? Like fucking
I don't know.
yeah, because that's the pro-lifer people. But whatever.
They said their carefully tended baby brains formed optic cups
Baby brains.
as early as 30 days into development, with the structures clearly visible at 50 days, consistent with the timing of eye development in the human embryo.
They're
It means
keeping
that these
human
organoids could be useful for studying intricacies of this process.
The first brain will be installed into the head of a pig.
Yes, tomorrow.
A human pig
We
hybrid.
will not consider the implications. Goodbye.
Nope. We are scientists. We have spoken. Not consider the implications.
People are like, did they think about this?
Did they think about it? It's like, do you guys think about anything? No. Hilarious.
Let's see here. Reproducible. Of the 314 brain organoids the team grew, 73% developed optic cups
Wow, that's very fascinating.
with their type of whatever they put in there.
Jeez, yeah, don't
To
let
do
it grow
that.
too long. I mean, it might form a blob.
Yeah, it might form the blob.
Might have to get Steve McQueen back here to fight it. We haven't seen
we
that
haven't
yet.
watched it. We should watch the blob.
Yeah, that was one thing we were trying. That's a good segue. But like, we were trying to watch more of those vintage movies.
Oh yeah. We watched a Midnight Clear. That's actually
That was
1992.
yeah,
That's
it was
not, that's not vintage, but it was cool.
90s. Yeah, it was
Good
pretty
movie.
good.
What other? I liked it. I mean, like that snowball scene was pretty crazy.
Yeah, and
The,
probably
Idea of being one of those kids
God
in that situation and
Crazy.
hearing Nazis laughing at you in the woods.
Yeah,
You got
that's
5 people left.
Yeah, no thanks. In a house like alone, miles away from any sort of base, with pretty much no support.
It's
They
a
found
commander
out.
that does not like you at all.
Yeah, the guy from Scrubs is just a dick.
Yeah,
That was pretty
that guy.
funny. But that's every general
That's
or
every
whatever.
guy
They're
from
all that
Scrubs.
way.
That's
Every
just-
guy from Scrubs, they're dicks.
So we here. Come on the podcast to disprove it.
Yeah,
But,
get on here,
uh,
debate us, confront us on the podcast that we invited you on.
Yeah, bitch.
But yeah, there was I mean, I can't really say. I mean, it was a great, interesting movie, an interesting concept. Like you said, being one of those people, having your family threatened and having to like be a soldier for the failing or the obvious failing Nazi regime.
Them too, yeah.
And not wanting to do that anymore and just wanting to surrender. I could see that a lot. I understand. I mean, I don't understand where they're coming from, but I could see like not wanting to fight for that shit country that you don't want to participate in defending. But
Yeah, because they were Nazis.
Yeah,
and stuff, and they, yeah. But
yeah.
it's interesting.
It's pretty funny though. The one Jewish guy in the platoon, they were still kind of shaky about the Jews.
Yeah, they didn't want to do the whole surrender to him. I would have made them
Yeah.
do the surrender to him.
Yeah, it's like that's even more serious. That's how we know
I
you're
would
serious.
be like, you're we're not gonna let you surrender.
Unless it's to a Jew.
So, yeah.
That was so funny. It's like, you sure you're not Nazis? Kind of flinched when you found out he was Jewish.
Yeah, we don't like that. Bitch.
That was pretty funny.
This is America.
Yeah, where
And we have
also
dreams
don't
here.
like Jews,
Okay.
but we
This
like
is-
them better. than you
See,
do.
specify that we does not mean you. And,
Yeah. No, I do not. I like Jews. I like everybody. You know, I'm an oil man. I'm a people.
uh,
man. I'm a people man. I like everybody. No. No. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't care personally, but the U.S. I mean, there were Nazi factions here in the U.S. during World War II.
yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, not really appreciating Jews here as much, but I guess not to the point of wanting to kill them. So, I don't know.
And that's your view.
No, the views of the views of America do not exactly reflect the views of the Big Chillin
Yeah,
podcast.
those are the. Those are. What was the guy's name? The guy in New York that was like a big time Nazi guy in America, like in the
I
20s
forgot.
or 30s, or like 30s.
Yeah, they
Um,
just
It was like
yeah, we
started
were
with
close.
a G. There was a G. I believe there was an E in there too.
Gunter,
It could have been Gunter.
Gunter. But no, the yeah, I mean, yeah,
Friedrich.
pretty hilarious. I forgot where I was going with this.
Who's that New York Nazi? Is that like a game show? Who was that New York Nazi?
Guess that Nazi. Hilarious.
New York Nazi guy. See if it comes up. Yeah, here it is. It's actually got it.
Yeah, what's his name?
His name is. Please come on, just give me his
Something
name.
Weinberg.
Does it matter what his name is? He's an asshole, right?
No, let's not say his name. Forget his name, everybody.
This is the event that.
Yeah, it was in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, they had a big old. In
MSG.
Madison Square Garden, they had a big old George Washington
Yeah.
thing, as if that reflected their.
Yeah, it's really
Thing.
weird how they just bestow their beliefs on historical figures.
They
It's
tried
pretty
to like
hilarious.
tie it to this is America.
Yeah.
This is what we've always been. This is what we've. This is what the founding fathers would have supported.
Right. I mean, probably.
They're like,
Honestly,
but Nazis.
I don't know if they were supported
I don't know.
Nazis or like the genocide because they were trying to escape persecution, but they
What's
definitely.
this guy's name? It was like Fritz Kuhn.
Yeah, Fritz Kuhn. Wow.
Asshole.
Yeah, what a piece of shit. But yeah, the
This
founding
is
fathers didn't
assholes
really
in
like.
history with the Big Chillin podcast.
Yeah.
More than 20,000 people,
Wow. What a rally.
men and women, streamed inside and took their seats.
Jeez. Well, that's
Um,
crazy.
American flags, swastikas, and George Washington.
That is odd. So yeah, I mean, there really wasn't much appreciation here for them.
Well, they had summer camps, parades, bookstores. I mean, obviously, this isn't like the majority of people in like.
no, it's not the
and
majority of
stuff
people.
like
it's
that.
the
There were, but
minority.
movements like that, when they can be propagandized so easily back
yeah.
then, because like right now, or back then. Sorry, I'm gonna start with back then. It was
Back
so
then.
controlled. Like the news.
Yep.
Could only come from the news, and
Mhm.
like there was only a couple news companies, and they
Yeah.
kind of, or like for national news, it would be very easy to propagandize if there was only one
Yep.
news source. But now with the internet, there's a bunch. We have propaganda everywhere, obviously,
Mhm.
but it has to stick. Like people have to watch it.
Yeah.
And like misinformation gets everywhere because like people don't know what's real,
Yep.
and that's kind of on them a little bit for not knowing what's
Mhm.
real. And that's going to be an issue. But I would rather have so much out there and have it not as regulated, like on the internet, so people can find the truth, than have one source of information.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like what the New
yeah,
York Times
like
says or
the
whatever.
censorship whole
paper.
thing is going to be a topic. So it always is in the 20s of each
Yeah.
like century,
Mm.
or like the 20s and 30s. Or should we censor everybody and everything?
yeah.
It's like a cycle, and then like there's like a renaissance. And they're like, nah, man, let's just chill,
Yeah,
man.
it's
for a little
cool.
bit.
Yeah, I
People
mean,
discover
like-
a new drug or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, and then it happens again. It's like cyclical.
Yeah. And like, oh my God, in the times of Lenny Bruce, like there were actual obscenity laws. So there was
Yeah, in
actually
America.
less free speech back in the good old days.
Which is weird.
Yeah. So
Weird to
yeah, we
think
have
about.
more free speech now. So yeah, there's no good old
The internet
days.
needs to be protected. It's gonna be tough because I feel like there's a time when, like,
now
because we
talking
literally
about
have a
this.
bunch of people that have no idea how the internet works,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
making a lot of rules for it, or
Yeah.
attempting to make a lot of rules for it when they don't really know the implications.
Yep.
or they only know some of the implications and they don't want to know the others
Yep.
and like refuse to listen. But
Yeah, it's a conundrum, man.
there is probably going to be a time where, I don't know, someone's on trial for saying something probably terrible,
Mm-hmm.
but on the internet, and I don't know, maybe induce something, and people might have to be not on that person's side for what they say, but on the side of not censoring the entire internet because of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I mean, you can have everyone talk. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna like win over everyone else. Bad ideas always lose in the in the end.
Censorship is not the and a censorship algorithm is not the answer too, because I feel like they're definitely trying to do that.
Yeah,
And like
that's already probably.
they're like, well, we don't
implemented.
want to, or like we're too lazy to, and it's probably inconceivable to be able to
Yeah, how?
refute every stupid person
Yeah.
on the internet.
You can't.
They don't want to be refuted. And
Yeah.
it's the matter you get, the more that they're happy.
Yeah.
So that's not their goal to win the argument. It's to make you mad.
Yeah, that's
and-
literally. Yeah, but it's by people who are not out for answers. They're not out for facts. So like, throwing facts at them won't do anything, because they're not. They don't care
And, like,
about them.
You
They're just
need to just let
trying
those
to
people
edge
be sometimes. But
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Can you let their movements fester? They might not become anything. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're gonna fester no matter what.
They are, and they're gonna. And when you censor them, it gives them a sense of
Mm-hmm.
we must be doing something right if they're coming down on
Yeah.
us or some shit like that. Like we joke around about the YouTube, a hand of doom that comes down upon us when we try to upload a podcast. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's eventually gonna be
Yep.
overlapping with a lot of things that are gonna have to be decided on.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully not. Like I hope it just stays away from court cases. But with Donald Trump, I guess
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what happens with that. But
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah,
Either
with
way.
people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, they get censored, and they'll be like, when she got banned from Twitter or whatever, or kicked off of Twitter.
and that probably just makes her
Yeah.
fans go, they're coming after her because she's
Yeah. She said the truth.
Right.
She's like, oh man, the people who tell the truth are, censored a lot in this country. So that's the perfect
So that-
angle for her
and
to
that,
take.
like, that-
It's like,
yeah,
here's
that's
here's a
exactly what
bone.
happens.
Here's
Perfect.
more promotion, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
But
That's basically what they're saying and doing.
speaking of promotion,
Yeah.
the college football or college sports landscape has changed with the
Sorry.
NIL rules that they can now profit off of their name and likeness.
Wow. We
so
truly have descended into communism.
we have,
You
yeah.
know, it's
But
happening.
I think I don't know, like that whole thing makes no sense to me. How people don't like that. Everyone else can make money off of their name.
Well, I mean, I think it's great.
And,
Players
like,
that slave away all day long and have a schedule that's like increments of 15 minutes, doing it all for free and nothing. I mean, that's great. They get an education.
they do, don't they?
They get an I
Um,
mean, they learn how to be
But
community
and
organizers.
people say that, and it's like, yeah, they get an education.
Yeah.
But their name is their claim to fame.
Yeah.
It's the reason, not their claim to fame, but the school's claim to fame, is this person's name.
Yeah.
They sell jerseys. The players do not get any of it.
Yep.
It just has their number. The people don't just like numbers.
Yeah.
Like I like a 22 jersey.
Wow. Give me a 13. When we were playing that NCAA video game, we were like, yeah, go number 13,
And
who's
that's- I
totally
mean-
not Dion Blue. Yeah, good job. Hey, look, it's number 4, not TJ Yeldon. It's
Yeah.
wow. That's a good
AJ
one.
McCarron is the quarterback.
Yeah.
But,
Number
well,
12.
speaking of Alabama, this is cool. This is a really cool. Well, did I even finish my point?
I don't know. It's
I think I was
basically-
basically going to say that, yeah, everyone else can make money off of their name on the
Yep.
internet too, and that's a big thing. If you
Yeah.
sell a shirt that has your, I don't know, your face or your catchphrase on it as an athlete, you would just not be able to do that.
Yeah.
You would probably get suspended, maybe like kicked off
Yep.
every team if you wanted to do that. There was the famous kicker for UCF. Goes by Destroying
Mhm.
on YouTube. He chose that instead. Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
He might get into the NFL. I don't know. He like posts a lot of kicking videos, but
Mm.
he can't post vlogs. You can't post a day in the life of this for people to see and maybe make money off of that.
Yep.
But this guy, Kool-Aid McKinstry, plays for
Mhm.
the Alabama Crimson Tide. He's a big Kool-Aid fan. Says it's something always he's dreamed of to be a part of is the Kool-Aid brand. The Kool-Aid reached out to him,
So great.
and he is now getting compensated to advertise and be like the Kool-Aid person. I don't know. Be like the Kool-Aid said, what did they say? In honor of our new partnership, we've swapped names with Kool-Aid McKinstry and given him the power of, oh yeah.
It's so hilarious.
And he's honored to partner with Kool-Aid, the brand. And he'll be sharing the oh yeah title with the Kool-Aid man. That's pretty damn cool. You got a nickname.
Yeah.
They swoop in. Maybe he'll be in a commercial or something.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Kool-Aid isn't like being manufactured somewhere not good. But like,
Who
you know.
knows? Who cares?
Exactly.
Kool-Aid. Blue,
Delicious.
red, all the
Purple.
colors.
Yeah. It's not fruit punch, it's red.
Yeah, this tastes like blue.
Yes.
Kool-Aid's really good though.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had it in a while.
True, I don't even know if it's good anymore.
I don't know either. I mean, I'm sure it's probably fine. Sugary drink.
Sugar powder.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, but that's good for him, businessman. They're
Yeah.
allowed to actually participate
Yeah.
in the American business dream or
The
whatever.
American dream.
Yeah.
You make it big as an athlete. I don't know why this wasn't a thing. And the arguments against it are crazy.
Yeah, there's
But-
just, racist.
People want to find something wrong with it, and there
Yeah.
will be some situations that are exploited and
Mhm.
abused, and they'll get regulated over time.
Yeah.
They'll figure, but those things are going to happen. And Kirk Herbstreit was talking about this. He was like, "I don't see a lot of that stuff going on. Like a lot of terrible things happening. I don't see it." But
Yeah,
he's like,
I mean-
there's a couple of cases where players are getting crazy money, but what's wrong?
That's the
That's,
goal.
they're profiting off of what
Yeah.
they've worked for.
Yeah, there's another thing in this country that people appreciate called work, I guess. I keep
Yeah.
hearing, like, oh, man,
And
work hard.
They're literally doing physical
Yeah.
work out in the sun.
And they're working hard. They're on that grind that everyone just
Yeah.
loves so much, except they're not getting any money, which, working hard for free, frivolously, I guess that's, the American dream, right? Working hard for no money. Yeah. And then maybe, just maybe, if you're lucky, you'll get to the NFL and maybe make some money if they like you. Maybe. Or you become like a community organizer, a sports manager, or whatever hilarious phony degree they're going to school for. I mean, what was it that said, we're here to play football, not school, or
Yeah,
whatever?
we're not here to play school. That was a quote from
Yeah.
Cardale Jones.
It's
played
like,
for
it's
Ohio
funny,
State, but
out in the open, everyone knows what they're going there for. Like when you hear, oh, he's going to get a degree in, was it like fucking child service or whatever? Was it the CD? Oh my God, the Secret Service for Children or something? Child service.
that was it. Yeah, the Secret Service for children.
Yeah, the Secret Service for Children.
And, we're glad we got involved in that because
yeah, it was pretty good.
the Secret Service for children. Yeah, that was what Agent Cody Banks was in, right?
Yeah, whatever. So they work in that or whatever. It was like
Protect
their
the
fake
president.
job.
Protect Joey B.
Yeah, or like education management or something, or like that. Now they're like, it's just so
Yeah.
mind blowing. And I didn't even think people would have a problem with people getting more money. It's always like, what is the problem?
Well, people thought that Alabama was just going to be able to pay players, and like the big schools are going to be able to pay more. That's not really how it works.
No,
But the big schools are
schools-
definitely, the coaches are definitely helping, or like they have people to help the kids get the most out of
Yeah,
what they may be worth, like market value wise,
Mhm.
as a recruit coming out of college, but mainly as a player that's played like 3 or 4 years at a school and maybe become a star over that time
yeah,
and can do all that stuff like sign autographs, be in commercials or ads for. I would just do sponsored shit for whatever they sign with, but hopefully they don't sign their souls over to like Coca-Cola or something.
yeah. Well, I
And not
mean,
read the
one's already done
contract.
it to Kool-Aid, so
Yeah. Coca-Cola's a menace, but Kool-Aid's
Yeah.
that's good.
Coca-Cola's a menace.
that's the general gist.
People just don't like Coca-Cola.
But Bryce Young apparently has made over $1 million on NIL deals before he's even played.
Very nice.
Before he's even played a snap for Alabama. Well, he's played a
Pretty
snap,
cool.
but he hasn't started a game, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's weird how they're like allowed only to be broke celebrities until they like get money from the NFL, maybe. Like
Yeah,
the
they don't all
famous-
make it to the NFL, but all these players can profit now.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
good. They
wait,
finally
wait.
should be.
What's going on?
can't profit off your own name. I don't know. I bumped this. I moved it
Okay.
around. I like to move the mic
You're
around.
good.
One day we'll
Yeah.
find a configuration for this shit where I won't be doing this a lot, because like it's definitely getting into the mic and sounding like. I'm
Well, I
moving
mean, we just
around a
gotta
lot.
not move them around as much.
I can't find a comfortable position yet, though.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
figure it out.
Interesting.
Get a new chair or something. That's why I move around a lot, because I'm never
Okay,
like, comfortable.
Yeah. Let's watch this Hot Pocket video.
Yes. Order for Hot Pocket.
You broke into a bank for a Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket.
I think he was homeless and he stole a
Was
Hot
it worth
Pocket
it?
or something.
No.
Or maybe he bought a
Hell yeah.
Hot Pocket or something, and he went in there to heat it up in the microwave, and he's now getting arrested because he wanted a Hot Pocket.
Well, you can't just eat a cold pocket.
Yeah, I know.
Hot
That's
Pocket.
what I'm saying.
Was it worth it?
Hell yeah, it's worth it. A Hot Pocket? Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
It's hilarious.
The ham and cheese ones would strip the taste buds from my mouth as I would take a bite.
Yeah, I mean, they get so hot. What a stupid model. I bet we feel.
They got it right though in the name.
Yeah, it's very hot. Yeah.
More of a pouch, but as we talked about, but
Yeah, Hot Pouch, I guess, wasn't cool enough, so they had to do a just a pocket instead. It's not, I mean, I guess it's fine.
the bacon ones were pretty good. But I mean, this ham and cheese. I don't even like ham and cheese that much, but whew, the salt
Yeah,
The
it's so
MSG.
salty.
probably it's in there.
Yeah, and yeah. Speaking of more food, though, the Whataburger. I saw this hilarious article. There's for people who live in Florida, I guess, or maybe like from years ago, you probably know of a place called Whataburger.
Well, it I think originated in like Texas. or
Yeah,
something.
but
it's like a southern place.
Yeah, it used to be here. Like they used to have stores. They used to have like storefronts here or whatever, but now they don't. And I guess they are originated from Texas, like all things shitty. I guess maybe. I mean, we liked the food; it was pretty good. But yeah,
it was a good
there's
burger.
always a good time to rip on Texas,
Generally,
just
a
so you know.
pretty big burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean their governor got, I guess, coronavirus or whatever. I don't really know any details about that, but continue about
Texas
what you're
stuff.
doing.
But yeah, I mean, we had no problem with the burgers. We thought they were fine, but I guess apparently they weren't that good in most areas. But now, since they have no locations anywhere,
People decided to love Whataburger again.
yeah, besides like Jacksonville, they've, despite all that, teamed up with a hilariously, like, I mean, I guess well-known maybe amongst like Southern people brand of clothing called Magellan, and they're doing Whataburger themed Magellan clothing.
Hell yeah. That's a collab, man. That's how people make it.
Oh my god,
That's how
so
you get
funny.
big.
They're like, they're like in the rooms, like, I've got it. How about this? Instead of spending money on like opening places to sell burgers, because we're like a burger company, how about we just move it completely over to a clothing brand? We'll just have clothing, and now people are gonna be wearing Whataburger shit, but there's no fucking Whataburgers anywhere.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of Whataburgers, just not in our general area.
But they're just gonna be selling shit in Florida, like Magellan Whataburger brand
I don't
clothing.
know how big of a brand Magellan is, so they may be out there.
I mean, they're with Academy, which is sold like in a whole bunch of places. I don't know.
Okay,
Like
so all over the south,
Academy
probably.
Sports, yeah.
People
they-
are wearing Magellan then,
yeah,
Whataburger.
Whataburger shit.
going fly fishing. You know?
Yeah, and they're like, hey, maybe we should try to find a Whataburger.
I'll tell you what, though, Magellan makes really good hiking pants, and they're cheap as shit. So,
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
that's all I know.
Yeah, they're
Funny,
pretty
huh?
cheap. Oh my
Uh,
god, but what a hilarious. That's like Walmart teaming up with like fucking Mountain Dew or something.
That'd be a great
That's
team
so
up.
funny.
I don't know why. Well, I mean, they sell them
Mountain
there,
Dew.
so they have teamed up.
Yeah. Oh my god. But that's like a parody thing. That's like a funny sketch of food company turning over to like a clothing brand. Whataburger. It's like a cursive like on the clothing, just Whataburger somewhere on the tag. Oh my god, that's so funny. Gorgeous. That made me laugh. Loved it. That was one of
Oh.
the funniest articles. That was
Here's a
actually like
video.
the funniest article I saw.
That was funnier
there.
than beans in a penis.
No, Beans in the Peen was hilarious. That was very funny. And also
gonna
this
say,
one was funny
goddamn.
too. But judging by the me only laughing, I guess only I found
I
it
mean,
funny.
we did talk about it yesterday. But
Yeah, it was pretty
I think
fucking
I got
funny.
all my stuff out, but
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
You just gotta like fake laugh into the mic. I don't know. That's how these things work.
Like your father. I'm crazy like your father.
Oh, yeah, this is a racist guy at an airport.
I've seen these shorts around. Can we pause these?
You
Like,
people
yeah,
give
let-
are
us
they long? Like, are they? They're such a long cup.
Dude,
They're
I
not.
swear, like, I've gotten these pants before as like
Yeah.
and I'm never going to wear them. Please don't buy them for me.
Yeah, it's like, what do you? Is it like an extra long? Is it long shorts or like short longs? You know,
Dude, those are fucking
They're like
mediums.
down
Man,
to the
I don't know.
calf.
Calf pants.
I mean, above the knee it looks weird too, but like, there's no
Much better
way.
than that.
Yeah, like how do you walk around? It must feel weird walking around in those.
You got just like something hanging on the back of your legs forever.
Yeah, I don't know. They're very long. I
Walk
don't really
around
get
feeling
those.
like you got something on your legs, like you shit your legs or something.
Yeah, just rubbing on the back of your calves. Or back of your calves. That'd be the front of your leg, actually.
Would it be?
Yeah, your calves. I don't know. Yeah, he's styling it up with the watch and the black shirt and the white shoes and stuff. Pretty good.
It's just the pants.
And all of the railing is knocked over back there. The security railing.
Yep,
The
I
line
think he
railing.
did that.
He
Oh,
might
now,
have.
now we gotta suffer. Now
We have to suffer. This
We don't
guy,
fucking
who's
eat
not
bats
Yemeni,
where I'm
getting
from.
killed
We're
by
starving
Israel
and we
people.
He's
still
crying
fucking
while
eat
saying
bats
this.
where I'm from. We're starving and we still wouldn't eat dogs and cats.
His shirt is the best part of this.
Yeah. So after, let's just review what he said
Did
there.
someone just grab her ass? Or did
Yeah, I
she
think
do that?
so. She grabbed her own ass.
She's like, wow.
They wasted my whole day. They could have easily told me.
Hate
They did it on purpose.
is a virus. I thought it said
They did it on
Nate
purpose
something.
Just to waste my day.
Now he sounds like he's had a terrible day, and like
Yeah.
they may have kept him there a long time.
Yep.
Not told him. Or the title of this, I guess, is what is some context.
It's always
Yeah.
turned over on the customer of the airline company. They have no idea. We have no idea how long the customer's been held there. You know.
He said all day. I don't know.
Okay.
The context would be that he had a expired, it is something like a card. It said vaccination card, or no, a coronavirus test.
Hmm.
Yeah. So he had an expired coronavirus test. So he probably took a test 2 weeks ago, brought that card,
Yeah.
and then came in expecting to get on the plane. And expecting there to be no trouble with the card and be like, oh, I got tested negative. Come on.
I assume he's not wearing a mask.
They're like,
also.
you don't care, right? I can go through. It's me.
Yeah.
It's me. Come
Yeah, it's me.
on. Come on. It's me.
Just gonna be going to another state.
Yeah.
Spread my germs.
And yeah, they kept him there. They're like, you can't get on the plane. But the first thing he says, he's like, you know what?
Like your father.
choose
I'm
hate.
crazy like your father.
Yeah. I've got the virus.
I've
now.
got the virus now, bitch.
It's contagious.
You people gave us corona. Now we gotta suffer.
You people.
Now we gotta suffer.
Interesting.
Did
We
he
don't
pay
fucking eat
attention
bats where I'm
to when he
from.
got the
We're
virus?
starving
No, I was
and
about
we
to
still
say,
wouldn't
yeah,
eat
to when he
dogs
put the
and
shirt
cats.
on.
Man.
Really hilarious.
He's
It's
like, I
the
know I
guy-
got the shirt on, but
Yeah.
I got the virus.
Yeah, it's
It's in it.
it's a virus. I already have it. Maybe he's trying to call for help. And it's like when the people who have the like the heritage not hate shirts on, but they're yelling at a bunch of black people.
Yeah, like some hateful things.
Yeah, it's just weird. Why are black people allowed to be racist to this person probably has never been to China who he's yelling at. It's probably Chinese American, maybe third
Maybe.
generation.
Maybe not even
Chinese.
Asian.
Yeah, maybe not even Asian. Like you were saying earlier with the Russian eyes or whatever. Russian the Inuit looking.
Yeah, that was. Oh God,
Yeah, you're saying that. Well, it's not.
I said that.
You can
out of my
say
mouth.
things about
no,
other
we're good.
whites.
Go, no, continue.
You say things about the dirty, nasty Ruskies, man. It's fine. We hate them here, right? I guess. Is that what's happening?
I don't know what's happening.
I thought we were supposed to hate them. Oh, never mind. Don't hate the Russians. Obviously, you're not supposed to hate your fellow man. But like,
Yeah, the Russian dudes, they know how to fight.
yeah, and
Anywhere
also,
around there.
they know how to fight. Pick some
Anywhere
place.
along the border where there's mountains and
Yeah.
there's Islam.
Hate someone who
and
can't
there's-
fight.
Yeah,
can't?
you know what? Pick a fight with someone. No, don't pick fights.
Yeah.
But if you're going to, don't do it with someone that can fight.
Yeah, definitely pick a fight with someone who can't fight. Clearly.
Come on.
Oh my God, I want to win. But like, yeah, I don't know. They could have had, like, the whatever those, like the Russian eyes that sometimes slant. I'm not really sure what that was. Why you said that earlier, but
It happens.
it's pretty funny. But I know what you were talking about though. Like we've seen it.
Yeah.
Like they sometimes have the, I don't know, maybe the snow like reflects. But yeah, the I don't know why. Like, I mean, he's clearly, those are racist things to say. Those are not, you're not allowed to say to an Asian person that their people eat dogs and cats and stuff. That's obviously racist. And then the latest one is the bats. But then the funniest, that's the icing on the cake, is the hate is a virus shirt.
But
Oh my God.
generally,
But yeah, he
hate is
doesn't
a
know.
virus.
Yeah.
And was he wearing Nikes right there?
He might have been, but like,
Because you
Yeah.
wear Nikes, you could tell by someone's feet what
Yeah.
shoes they wore growing up.
yeah,
They
if
have
you just
Nike
like,
toes.
yeah.
Because our feet were shaped by Nike.
Yep. Shaped by
shown.
Nike.
For real though, like
Yeah.
it depends. Like you probably look at another person that wore Adidas shoes.
Yeah.
They might not have these arches.
They're flat foot. They got DCs clearly.
If people wore Vans and DCs, they literally have flat feet.
Yeah.
And like
That's how they're able to skateboard so well.
it must be, but these like arches, I don't know,
Arches are from Nikes, man.
must contribute to athleticism.
Yeah, I mean the arch is good. You always want to have an arch. People who have flat feet have back issues and all that shit later on
Wouldn't
in
you
life.
think that people with arches would have foot issues?
It seems like that, but the foot apparently is designed that way.
It's supposed to be
don't
something
know.
like this, all right?
Yeah, the outside or the weight is supposed to be balanced on the outside of the foot mostly.
If you think about it, would you ever design it like that?
No, it's terrible.
To be
I
like
mean,
the only thing that's touching the ground. It would be wider, right?
yeah, it's really
be
not
circular.
intelligent to me. I would have a solid bone on the top, you know.
Maybe a different
probably.
shape too, because it's really thin to prop up an entire body.
It's really weird, yeah, to
It's
prop
not like
up.
we have one.
Yeah,
You know, we got two.
yeah, especially like the popsicle stick bones that are in there.
Yeah, maybe less of those. Maybe less thin,
Maybe bigger ones.
hollow, or like maybe not hollow, but maybe less thin, brittle bones that can break really easily and be
Yeah.
very difficult to heal.
Yeah, how about that? That's not. I mean, that's not really intelligent, if you ask me. That's super.
Because
super
like you
smart.
look at basketball players when they're tall and they get a foot break,
Yeah.
and it's that Liz Frank fracture.
Mm-hmm.
They don't recover from that as well.
Nope.
Why have they done this?
Yeah. Why
Why
is the
feet
foot
like
this
this?
way? I don't know. We're not done yet.
It's Nike. It's Nike's fault.
Yeah, Nike. I blame them.
Adidas.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess that. But yeah,
Under
the
Armour.
pinky toes that are like stuffed into the side. That's from having a shoe on. Like a lot, because the human foot does not do that. Typically, the toes are supposed to be flat on the ground.
And
But
they're
yeah,
like
we
spread
have,
out.
like, yeah.
Jeez.
And if you look at, obviously, just look at Shaq's feet, LeBron's feet, all of their feet. The toes look like they've been just hit with a baseball bat over and over
Yeah.
again.
His feet, Shaq's feet.
Yeah.
He was wearing Shaq shoes, so they were wearing like Converse when he was a kid. Probably.
Yeah. And like their toes are scrunched up. It's amazing the balance that they had. Because aren't your toes important with balance?
No.
I guess
That's
not.
a myth.
Yeah, I guess it is a myth because
You really only need the middle
yeah,
of the foot. You could have just the palm.
yeah. Like that picture of LeBron's feet, I'm pretty sure he had his foot on the ground. None of his toes were touching the ground. They're all just like curled up and gross. I'm pretty
That's where
sure.
the power comes from.
Yeah, it's just like only in the balls of the feet. That's where all the distribution goes
Yeah.
to, like the front of the foot. And like the toes are just not there anymore. They've atrophied and they've just been scrunched away by the shoe. And that's a pretty funny joke. But it's not a joke.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yep.
You know what's not a joke is J.J. Abrams.
I think he's a joke, yeah. Oh, I mean, just like saying a name, J.J. Abrams? No. Why is it? Because
I
he's
mean-
bringing back the...
He does whatever he does is pretty good.
Yeah, didn't we see something that he did or something? What was it?
We
I
did.
forget. He's bringing back the coronavirus or whatever it is.
He's introducing people to aliens.
That's right,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
They were like, what, this isn't going well. We don't know how to
Yeah.
tell people that there's stuff in the skies. Maybe
Yeah.
who can we get to resurrect this idea and just change it in people's minds, like the member berries.
The ultimate resurrector, J.J. Abrams.
JJ.
Yeah.
And
need you again,
he
man.
made a show. I don't know. We didn't really pay attention to it.
Nope.
We watched probably the first 5 minutes. They started showing some like Invader Zim looking
Yeah.
alien picture, and we were like, "Is this bullshit? Is
It
this for
probably
real?
was.
Is this shit from a bull?"
It probably
Um,
came right out of one.
Came out of one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was just like summaries of what I don't know has already been kind of released, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll pay attention to it at another time.
Yeah. Maybe later when we feel like
Yeah.
paying attention to it, we'll check it out. But it looked like a bunch of fake videos, bunch of bullshit right out of a bull branded J.J. Abrams ranch.
Yeah.
So
He takes his bulls. They shit right
yeah.
into.
They brands them first and
He
then they
brands
shit.
them.
Yeah. They, gotta be
They
branded.
shit because of the brand, maybe because it's so hot.
Yeah, probably. I
Like
mean, I would
diarrhea,
shit.
laughing.
I would.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man, thanks.
Windows Defender summary.
Thank you.
No threats were found. Thanks.
Thanks for-
Windows Defender.
It's definitely horse shit. Like, it's a little software thing
Didn't
that they
check
make you
anything.
buy that pops up. Like, yeah, still no viruses. We're checking it out.
Yeah, I got a
Nothing's happening.
notification earlier from another one that was like high.
It's
high
all good.
risk, potential risks here. It's
Oh,
terrible,
wow.
You know,
Wow.
but my Windows Defender says I'm good. So
Windows
thanks
has
for
got it.
defending me,
Thanks, Bill. You fucking piece of shit.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, that guy's a real douchebag. People are like, man, he's so, the Americans love him so much. I don't know why.
Do they? I don't know if that's true. Because I mean, every time I've seen
Yeah.
Every time I've seen someone reference Bill Gates, it's like,
It's been great.
yeah,
Yeah.
generally, yeah, you're right. When they talk about the vaccine.
Yeah, but no, he's pretty much the comic book billionaire villain that people are thinking. Except I don't know if he's.
I mean, no,
because
because those are way cooler.
yeah, but
We don't
not as
really-
cool.
We don't really have any cool villains. in
Yeah,
the
even
world.
Bezos is a dork.
He's a
I mean,
dork.
Just a dork
He's
who's
a
rich.
nerd.
Dork
and he
and
has
nerd.
like some money. Doesn't even do cool stuff with it.
He bought a rocket. How
a regular
unoriginal.
rocket.
A
Like
regular
a space
one.
shuttle type thing. Like
Jimmy Neutron had one of those. He was a kid who
Ugh.
lived in the suburbs.
and
Okay.
it, like in a shack in his like
Yeah.
little thing.
He built it. It
He
built.
had a robot dog too.
Yeah, and he
I don't
built
see them
many
having
more
robot
rockets. Yeah.
Elon Musk has a robot dog, but it's like Boston Dynamics. It just checks the rocket and shit. And still at the same time, he's doing rockets. We're beyond that. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, it came out.
Rockets were 60 years ago.
Yeah, it came out in the '60s. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does he have some sort? Is he was it
They're
what,
doing
bring
newer
back
shit. They have
acid?
way better rockets and stuff, but we're still, filling a silo up with
Yeah.
like
Still a tube.
hundreds of tons of hydrogen and shit, and like
And
launching
oxygen.
all that out and launching it into the sky to where we can get to the
Yeah.
sky and then float somewhere for a little bit. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not what I want.
And apparently, there's just plenty of oxygen to use.
Plenty of
You
it.
know, just keep on using it on rockets, burn it up.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's fine.
It's in liquid form. We don't use that.
Yeah, we don't breathe liquid oxygen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny how it's the most flammable thing ever. We breathe it in. You're like, thank you.
Someone could like light a big old match, and all the oxygen could go up. You're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, how? What an antiquated, like, primitive thing, filling a tube full of fuel and then having a flame on the
Lighting
bottom
it up
of it,
and then it like comes out the ass. Of
just
the
sitting on the top of it. Like, all right, cool, we're good. You ready to light this thing? God.
Stop it. The weather's not good. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the
We have to
weather's
worry about the
nah,
weather.
It's raining. Sky.
Kidding me?
Yeah, things that are stopped by the weather. It's like this guy who has, and he's like got the top engineers
Top
and
one.
scientists, top men, and we still have a rocket. We still have the rocket
Yeah.
ship.
Now, actually, I mean, I did read an article about. I guess we're getting real sciencey in this one.
Time for
But
some
I'm just gonna
science.
Google this and then find that article. But there was another one. It was like major nuclear fusion achievement, Wright brothers moment in nuclear fusion yesterday or something.
Mm.
And I've seen a lot of these, and it's like
That's it. The thing.
they all try to. This is a fucking fusion generator or some shit.
I could see.
How it's a
they-
little complex. They're working on it.
Yeah.
We should give them a little time. The blue sphere in the center
Oh, that.
is the target chamber with the fusion accelerator. This whole thing is like part of it, though.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when computers were a room? I don't, but at some point they were.
Yeah, personally, I don't, but at some point they definitely. Yeah, I mean, this is just the same shit. We'll have mini fusion reactors in our pocket.
Maybe one day. Maybe it's not going to be a vehicle that takes us to a place, and it's just going to be like a device.
Yeah, you just teleport. Teleport. It's like transportation and teleportation.
This
in
is
one.
hilarious. Got an email from UCF. Get vaccinated and wear a mask. That makes me want to rip the vaccine that I already got out of my
Yeah,
mouth.
that makes me want to expel it. Just and it like squirts back out of your arm.
The hole it came out of, or it went into.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
God, so cringy. Don't do
Alright.
that. Just say get vaccinated. Stop it with the go to the polls shit.
Yeah.
Pokemon, go to the polls. She started that shit, and it's never ended.
It's never ended.
It's just she like birthed crappy slogans forever.
She really did, and like, she didn't even have the worst slogans in that election.
That I mean, yeah, that was the thing. Lock her up was one of the and
There were worse ones than
yeah,
that. Lion Ted.
yeah, lying to it's like my God.
The
But it's
Lawrence
just living in-
Livermore National Laboratory announced a key achievement in fusion research on Tuesday.
Yes.
Fusion, the lesser known and opposite reaction to nuclear fission, is when two atoms slam together to form a heavier atom and release energy. It is the way of the road.
It's safer.
It is the way the sun makes energy.
Well, that's safer.
Hopefully
of
it
the
doesn't
sun.
just blow everything up, because that's what I was thinking.
And the ball.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
They said their result is a significant step forward in understanding what is required for it to work. To me, this is a Wright brothers moment. The Wright brothers, remember when they were like, wow, now we've had a significant step forward in understanding what is required for planes to work.
Yes.
Was that what everybody remembers the
No.
Wright brothers for?
Nope.
Just getting it almost started.
No. We remember
it was
them.
taking it off the ground
Yeah.
and crashing. Okay.
Yeah. That's what they're known
I
for.
think.
Making a plan, not almost figuring out how they work one time.
Yeah. Well, maybe they did. All right. So they were like, it's not practical, but we got off the ground for a moment. So the Wright
Yeah.
brothers did get off the ground, but they also crashed, right?
Mhm.
And they were like
Many
6
times.
inches off the ground.
Many times, yeah. I mean, this is way more advanced than any plane, too. So I mean,
Yeah, this is different. Back on August 8th, they had been able to produce 1.3 megajoules of energy at its National Ignition Facility, very briefly.
cool.
But their facility, which is the size of 3 football fields,
yeah,
Jesus,
that's much
super
bigger than a
powerful.
room.
Yeah, that's like a little bit bigger than this
It's a pretty
room
big
that
room.
I thought. So all these pipes have a purpose. Jeez.
Yeah, there's just like what shit getting like stuff getting pumped in. What?
So there was a
What?
moment in this where it was like they've been building one of these for 20 to 30 years.
Yeah,
And once that one is built in the next couple of years,
yeah,
these other ones have already been turned on.
yeah.
So at the point of when this other one is built, is there going to be a different design that only takes like 2 years to build?
Yeah, it's kind of like what do you?
And they're
It's
gonna
like
get it at
with
the same time,
yeah,
basically?
it's like
Or-
with the probe problem putting
Yes,
it into
it's
space.
exactly like the space problem.
It's like why would we build? Like why even try? It seems pessimistic, but why even try to build something right now when 30 years later people are building them in a couple of fucking months or some shit?
and
apparently,
it's the thing of
it's hilarious.
It's you send something with there that's gonna get to Proxima Centauri in 1,000 years or something. If we could figure
Yeah.
something like that out, which would be tough. If we send something there that takes that long, and then we figure something out, even if it's 5,000 years or like, jeez, even if it's 500 years from now, and that thing is still going at its
Yeah.
it's gonna get there in 1,000 years, and we build something 500 years from now, and it passes that, and then maybe was able to get there
Yeah.
in 2 years. Then
Just a
the
bunch
other
of-
thing is gonna be we're still gonna be waiting for like 400 something years for the other one.
Yeah. So you're just really gonna have a bunch of satellites crashing into this place years and years later, and be like, oh my god, oh, whoever's living on
when
it,
did we
hopefully
send
not.
this?
Just asteroids keep on coming. They think they're just some sort of god destroying their planet every couple of 100 years. Like, oh my god, another one's coming.
Jeez. Or people send the shit out and die before they figure out how to do another one. Like
Yeah.
species doing that. That could be
Yeah.
something. But they were able to with this thing that's 3 football fields in size, super powerful laser beams recreate the temperatures and pressures similar to what exists in the core of stars, giant planets, and exploding nuclear weapons.
It's a good thing to
So-
have
It is.
on the planet.
Just
Turning it on every now and then.
yeah. They only turn it on for a couple seconds.
Yeah, I mean you
And
can't.
then they're like,
you
oh,
know,
God.
throw the third switch. Oh shit!
So I
turn it
remember
off.
a Chinese one got to like 180 million degrees for like 20 seconds, which is really impressive.
And
20
that's
seconds.
way hotter than the sun.
way
The
hotter
sun
than the
is
sun.
like 9 million degrees in the
Yeah.
center or something. Probably even hotter.
I
Than
don't,
that.
even
I don't know
but
exactly.
They said it was
Let me just look up.
it may be like twice as hot or some shit, but it's very hot. And to be able to contain it for 20 seconds is pretty cool. So I thought that was a Wright brothers moment already. But let me look at the Kardashev scale.
27 million degrees is the temperature of the core of the sun's
Okay,
core.
so
So
it's
that's
many times hotter.
ridiculously fucking hotter. Oh my god! Why? Why
So
is
the
this?
Kardashev scale is the method of measuring a civilization's level of technological advancement based on the amount of energy it's able to use. Right now, we can't use a full planet's energy, I guess, but we're trying to harness the power of a star.
Oh my god.
I
Oh yeah,
think,
that's right. A
but-
star isn't even as. Oh my god! So that's even more
Well, I
ridiculous.
mean,
than full
no, I
planet's
guess
energy.
we can't really harness the power of the planet or whatever. I think it starts with. Let me look at type 1.
Type 1 or type 1 civilization.
Type 1 civilization on the Kardashev scale. Type 1 planetary civilization can use and store all of the energy available on its planet. I'm not sure if we've mastered
Yeah, we're
that
not
yet,
even Type 1.
but we were able to manipulate our planet pretty well.
like type
I'm not.
2.
We haven't even gotten to type 1. I think we're 0.7 or some shit, like 0.6 that they've estimated.
Jeez. So not even.
No,
that's
but once we're able to like have fusion, I think that's
yeah.
kind of approaching type 1 because you can use and store all the energy available without
It's pretty crazy.
fucking things up. And we may only need like I don't know how many fusion plants around the world
Not that
to
many.
have power for everybody. Not that many is the answer, but
yeah, only 4. But that's
but-
gonna have to be like a post-capitalist time kind of.
maybe because who
Yeah.
owns the power source at that point?
Yeah, and what are you paying for? Like
Well,
unlimited power that can't be shut off?
At that point, we shouldn't be paying for it.
Yeah, you should not. Yeah.
But they'll be like, well, the amount of money it took to get to this, but that money, I mean, it's gone and it doesn't exist anymore, and it got the
Yeah.
fusion. So why do we need to pay?
You need to make your profits back, or like your shit back, just to make ends meet, get to the back to the bottom line or something, and then you stop charging people. Like, is it? I mean, it's going to be made into a business if it happens, and the problem is, like, I don't know if I said this before on here, probably. The issue with capitalism, that would be a good title for the video, or for video. The real problem with capitalism is obviously it just keeps on moving, keeps on keeping on with the same thing, like the internal combustion engine. When it was invented, I mean, it's been made a little bit more efficient. I mean, obviously over the years, but of course, because they make so much money off of it not being efficient, it's been stifled. And in other countries, there are more efficient internal combustion engines in their vehicles. Some cars that last, like, decades and decades, and maybe, what was it, like 100-something years one car or truck lasted? I don't know. It's illegal here. But that kind of, the profit incentive keeps driving something that is not efficient, and keeps us having to use it, because they'll just purchase any other form that comes up and just not, develop it or something. So this it's going to pose a whole new line of issues, and it's going to have to probably be in a society where capitalism is not as appreciated, and it's just not a thing as much.
The thing is, if they create this and have a breakthrough and are able to make this and have it produce energy in 10 years,
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to not be a capitalist society in 10 years.
No, of course not. That sector will be
that
gone.
would be a significant thing to change
Yeah.
how we think of energy. And
Absolutely.
And how we think of that whole thing, because we really wouldn't need
Solar.
we wouldn't need I mean,
Maybe.
maybe
It'd
but
still
like,
be
or
cool
we
to
would-
develop.
I was just gonna say we wouldn't need all these companies.
No,
for
that's the
energy.
thing. The sector would
And
be
then
gone. The power sector.
Yeah, and well, they would figure out a way to integrate
Yeah. So
whatever's going on into our
Yeah.
grid, or just have some infrastructure to create a new grid. But nobody wants to spend money on that.
Yeah.
But if
so-
this actually works, soon, then there's no point in not.
Yeah, they're
doing
gonna
that.
fall
So
anyway.
it's like, no, I'm saying there's no point in not building everything up
Yeah.
and doing a lot of infrastructure.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying like things are gonna crumble. I'm just saying the companies will have to fall, like GE.
Oh yeah,
Duke
they will.
Energy. Those
But
won't
I don't know
exist anymore.
what they'll do. Maybe they're already involved in this.
That'd be-
And they're
I
like,
mean-
we're not falling away.
Yeah, that'd be the thing. It's like, what are they? Maintenance, I guess, of whatever it is. But what is being maintained? Like parts of the parts of the reactor. Like there's no.
Well, you
don't
need
know.
a lot of people working on this
Yeah.
stuff, I guess, but you wouldn't need,
Cable
yeah,
guys.
well,
or
you would
energy
need people
guys.
to hook it up to our grid or figure out that engineering thing.
Yeah.
That's when that comes about. But
So
you certainly, would need people to work and do this. So
yeah, the power linemen, you wouldn't need those guys anymore, because I don't know how it would be received.
well, I mean, it would just
maybe.
be a different job,
Yeah.
kind of, because like we would have to set it up, and people would get hired to do that. It just wouldn't be the same Bright House
Yeah.
type of stuff. But I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, me either.
But yeah, they want to eventually get to a place where they don't have to turn it off so
Mhm.
quick, I guess, where they can use that heat and put it into energy.
Yeah.
Fusion energy generator is about 5
That'd be
times
cool.
the energy. Blah, blah, blah. So they have to get some sort of surplus of energy.
Mm.
So they've been able to ignite this.
Put a lighter in there, like a Minecraft
Yeah.
Nether portal.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. Neat.
They may not see this useful as a energy source already, but it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
We don't know. We don't know, but yeah, gas companies, I guess, will keep on
And
going
people
on.
acting like it has to just stop one day and be merely, we're not going to just do
No.
that.
Everything's
never gonna
integrated
happen.
all the time. I mean, what is it?
It's
like-
going to be a huge endeavor, and we struggle with world collaborative efforts like that. But if there's a new energy source and only China has or China has one, United States has one, Europe has one or two. I don't know how.
Yeah.
We each might have like 2. I don't know, but
Depending on the power it puts
it
out.
depends on who's in power to figure that out, and if people would fight for having that energy, and if we would have to, because if the
There'd be so
powers
much.
that be
Yeah.
just decide, all right, we can literally power everything. Why not just look this up to everything and give everybody power? Because at
Man.
that point, you've pretty much solved that. That's like what people have been trying to do this whole time.
Yeah. I mean, Elon with his gigafactories and whatever, trying to give the world free power. But yeah, I mean, they have to. Maybe they'll just, I don't know, somehow
It would have
maintain
to
a
be
grip
free.
on the electricity. I don't know what I don't know how you can. Because would it be?
Or maybe it wouldn't be free. Maybe it would be a service at first, and you'd pay for it like Wi-Fi, or like however many dollars a month. But it at some
Yeah.
point it doesn't. Or like the cost offsets, or like the thing that you get is like offsetting the cost. Cause
Yeah. I mean, how much human effort does it take? You know,
I don't know.
'cause that's what money's supposed to be based on. I guess human effort or work, but not really. It's not. You know, obviously it's not based on that here. But like,
Yeah, tough questions for the
Yeah.
future. I like
pretty
it.
crazy. I like him too.
Also
yeah, I just
started
don't-
reading.
We started reading. Wow, very
Yeah,
nice.
pretty
What
crazy.
were you reading?
Read a book.
Yeah, you started the
I started reading that book over there.
the Mortality Key, one of the many
The
books in your
Immortality
library.
Key, by Brian Murarescu, which I wanted to read for a little bit about psychedelics and ancient religions and civilizations.
Yeah.
Might have affected the way we do things, the way we think. But yeah, that's pretty cool shit. Oh, my back.
Yes, it is.
that
Oh, I heard
comfortable?
that. Wow, that was a good one.
Hell yeah.
Jeez.
That's what you like to hear when you're
No,
cracking your
no,
back.
another one. Damn.
No, that was
Not
cool,
another.
but yeah. Man, we're done with the war.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was the funniest part of this week. I think we pulled out of Afghanistan, ripped out
Let's
the old
just say,
Band-Aid.
yeah, they got out of Afghanistan after 20 years,
Yeah, almost
um,
out. Almost out.
almost out, I guess, after 20 years, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was chaos, of course, and it's a terrible thing that's like going on there, but you can't stay there for much longer.
Yeah, I mean,
And it was an inevitable thing, obviously.
yeah,
It's
it's
going on.
quick.
And they got out, and a lot of people didn't get out when they wanted to, and for some reason they left all the weapons and military stuff and all the infrastructure. They were just going to knock down everything.
Yeah.
But the airport was, the last thing that they had.
Yeah.
It was the way they attacked, but the way it was covered was interesting. This is like basically my only thing that
By the media?
yeah, just with no context of what was going on, putting
Yeah.
out hey, Biden did this. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just I
Nothing
mean,
else.
that's how they do it.
No guidance. No I mean, not that they want to, they're like, well, we don't want to, I don't know if they just didn't want to like show their bias, but
Yeah, for the
we
first
shouldn't
time
have been
ever.
there. Like I mean, this was coming. Trump wanted to get out
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
last year, and I was like trying to play that he doesn't, but
It's like, no.
yeah, this is something that was needed. And it's like one of the first really good things that Biden did, and he's getting attacked for it.
Yeah, by all sides, and or not by like the right wing and the media, and the
Sides, yeah.
Democrats are not
And it's
defending him.
disingenuous, but
Really
um,
weird.
yeah, and it's like obviously not a happy time for that area, but
No.
that was an illegal occupation.
Well, there were a lot of people greeting the Taliban actually.
Yeah, there were. It was weird.
a lot of
but,
people
like,
surrounding them, like, oh yes, finally, get
and
their brutal
there were a couple
Americans
people
out.
like that, and like the Taliban isn't exactly good.
No, they're
I
not
mean,
great,
still,
but
they just didn't. But
They're kind
yeah,
of the
there was
best choice.
some of the reactions were crazy. Like, this is Biden's America. No, that's
Yep.
Afghanistan.
That would be Afghanistan,
That's
sir.
Afghanistan.
Biden's America. How
And
dare?
like the alternative,
Yeah.
the implication that they're saying is like we should be here forever.
It's just obviously just stay there forever. It's like, what? No. Wasting
Yeah,
human
but-
life,
and it-
wasting
like,
American life.
They spent like a day on it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it much, I don't know, and it's like,
Okay, whatever.
oh God,
Guess we're good now.
guess you guys didn't care at all.
No.
But yeah, I don't know what that whole thing was.
Yeah. Yeah, 20-year-long war shouldn't have been started.
On
we
false
went in there.
pretenses, and it should have
Yeah.
been over, I guess, when the whatever original goal.
Yeah, it was
was
to
that
get
we wanted
Osama
to
bin
be over.
Laden. Got him. Stayed there for
Got him,
15 more
Open
years.
up a whole can of beans.
Yeah,
Uh,
whole thing.
and that brings us back to the beans.
Yeah, the beans are always winning. But yeah, they it was
I wrote
weird
this
because
down.
American soldiers. What?
I was gonna say I wrote this down. This
Okay.
is, we were talking about school bus people versus
Oh, yeah.
RV people, versus adventure van people
Yeah.
if they were in a war
A war? Oh, we were talking
Or
about.
something
Yeah,
like
we're
a
going with the
battle
Afghanistan war.
between.
We're talking
yeah,
about this now.
Yeah. That was that.
History, woo, yay.
Schooly people doing one ceremonial flush of the composting toilet at the end of the day because you can't, can't flush that. Oh, what are you doing, son?
Yeah.
Flush the toilet more than once a day.
Save the water or
the
whatever.
water.
That's not even in the composting toilet.
It's not even-
I don't know if there's water.
It's like, I don't know. They're like, what do they do? Just
That's pretty hilarious.
I just picture a family that you can't have 5 people living in a bus.
That's the weirdest thing
No
ever. It's like
privacy.
a husband, a wife, and like 3 or
kids.
4 kids I've seen. It's like, oh my god, what? How do you guys? You just live in a bus
They
together?
just like live in a bus. They poop
a
in the
show?
composting toilet. At the end of the day, they look at it
Yeah.
to see if anyone's had some trouble. If they're not being honest,
yeah,
about what-
see if everyone's
know,
regular.
are you regular? Well, we're gonna check as a family
Yeah.
later for a ceremonial flush.
Yep.
And if the pee is yellow, they have a family discussion about hydration.
Yeah, about hydration and how important it is.
Yes. To get your vitamins in.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everyone pees in their own
color.
jar.
You get your jar.
And they dump it out at the end of the day.
Melinda, did you pee in Nathan's jar?
Belinda.
Melinda, did you pee in Jason's jar?
Jathan. Belinda, Jason, or Jathan, Bryce, and Tanner.
Grace.
Thrice, Bryce, and Thrice.
I said Grace with a
Oh,
G.
Grace.
That's gross.
Christ.
I can't. I'm thinking of white
Oh
fan
my
people
God.
names is very fun.
It is pretty damn funny. Jeez.
Skyly.
Skyly or Skyler or like Townley.
Townley.
So ridiculous. Oh my
Hilarious.
god.
But yeah, I don't know. That just strikes me as interesting. I'm definitely not against like adventure vans.
Yeah.
I think they're cool. I
Just
think
not.
there should be more. I think they should be like
Yeah.
commercially made. It'd be cool if there were electric ones
Yeah.
and they were comfortable.
Yeah, just like a,
But yeah, I'm excited for the future of technology. And
me too.
innovation.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that is
Cool
the
stuff.
thing that saves humanity. Obviously, technology is.
We're manipulators of our environment, and technology is a
Yep.
way to do that. And like, we like to create things. If we see something, or think of something, we try to make that a reality. And a lot of times, it
Yeah.
ends up being a reality somehow.
Yeah, it's really weird. Also, this is something we were talking about before in the podcast, or like before we started recording. How
Yeah.
could Joe Biden get everyone out of Afghanistan if indeed he's a hologram?
If he's a hologram, yeah. And that's the part that CNN does not want to acknowledge.
Yeah, why would Afghanistan? Why would the Taliban listen to a hologram?
Exactly. Why would the military listen to a hologram?
It's pretty weird, you know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you got all these QAnon people thinking that, there's all this stuff going on when they're being, misguided by a hologram.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Trump lost to a hologram.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, that's what they think. Like Trump lost to a hologram. It sucks that much. Like your guy, he's that
Well,
terrible.
maybe that's why they're like, there's no way he could have gotten that many votes. He's a hologram.
Oh man. That'd be
Did
funny if he
anybody
actually
really
was
vote
one.
for Joe Biden here in Arkansas by a show of hands that will dictate, the future of our beliefs
Yeah, that will dictate the entire demographics of the state.
and
These 10
country?
people here.
Did anybody here vote for Joe Biden?
I know
No.
I didn't.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
Hologram.
Boom.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Big Chillin' podcast. Like, subscribe.
Yeah. Like,
It's the
subscribe. Make
best.
sure you rate everything. Sorry. Oh shit, man. Next time we'll get you next time. Sorry.
What?
Hmm?
What?
We're good. We're done.
Yeah, podcast.
We forgot to bring Usher in, but that's fine.
Oh, Usher.
No, well, it's over.
No,
It's too
Usher,
late.
don't leave.
We've done half.
No,
It's
don't.
too late.
Ah.
Just go.
All right, we'll get you
It's
next
done
time.
half.
Usher.
Yeah, it's over.
That was the Big Change Podcast.